Hello. Good evening, Mr. Ferris. Not too bad. Yourself? Caveman Saws. How's everybody doing this fine Tuesday evening? Missy, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Billy from Philly. I think I got some epoxy on the bottom of my cup. Sticking to the table. Yeah, but you don't have a choice, do you? So you gotta look. Yes, it's Tuesday. Yeah. Snow's falling, power's out. Well, I hope you got heat, buddy. Where you at, caveman? Or no, that was lumberjack. Where you at, lumberjack? We had like 4 inches of snowfall today. First snowfall really of the winter. So this is a slab of honey locust. This was like a 12 or 13 foot Central Sierras. Yeah, they were talking about. I swear they said something about 8 feet up in the Sierra Mountains. I swear that's what they said. Maybe they said 8 inches. I don't know. I swear they said 8 feet. So this is slab of honey locust. It used to be about 7 feet longer, and we cut that piece off of this and made our coffee table. And this is a gift for our daughter for Christmas. I've been working on. So what we got is this is the last coat. So I've done all 4 edges of it, one at a time, and then I seal coated the top. And what's next is the last coat, and that's the flood coat. So you mix your 2 parts epoxy. This isn't off the shelf at the store. This stuff's bar top epoxy. It's a little over $200 for these right here. Liquid glass bar top epoxy. So it's a last coat. It'll be up to anywhere from an eighth to 3/16 of an inch thick. 8 foot in the high country. Yeah, that's about where we're at, lumberjacks. I think this is like 4650 where I live here in Burley, in Idaho. Yeah, so what we did was this has been surface planed, and then through a drum sander, I block sanded it in, and then we went through and turned it on the side, filled in all of the bug holes and stuff, and then turned it on the other side, did the other side, and then I'd done each end. And then tonight I've got a 6 hour window from 4 hours to 10 hours after the seal coat's been put on to put on the flood coat. If you wait more than 10 hours, you have to sand it to get the flood coat to stick to the seal coat. So I'm right in just about the sweet spot of the window of getting the flood coat on. Yeah, the epoxy is expensive, but I tell you, it's well worth it. When this is done, it will be beautiful. It's got some. I put some. She's a sunflower. She really likes sunflowers, so I put some sunflower stickers on it. But some beautiful grain in that piece. The last step of many. This is it's finally coming together here. Almost done. yeah, it's the other piece in the living room. It's like I said, it's what I did was I made our coffee table the length of the 3 seats on the couch. So no matter where you sit, you got somewhere to eat. Hey, there's Casterman. Hey, buddy. Hey, I got a box for you. I got put together. I told you earlier. I went and put some more tape on it tonight. Make sure it keeps all that stuff in there. So we're going to go for a 16-ounce pour. That's 8 ounces of resin, 8 ounces of hardener. So 6 pages of instructions been combed over before any of this was started. So you got your hardener, you got to put it in first, and then your resin. So that's part of the equation. Yeah, poured through, combed over, went back and looked at it again. Discussed with Jay. Me and Jay's had a couple good conversations about this stuff. Carbon fiber. I don't think I've worked with that before. Andrew Scott. Yeah. Hey, you just missed it, dude. We're putting the last coat on my honey locust coffee table. I'm doing this tabletop for my daughter for Christmas. So we're putting the flood coat on tonight. This is the last step with any luck. Yeah, don't call them if you screw up. That's right. They were very clear about that. Whoever wrote the instructions of this has somewhat of a sense of humor. Some good stuff. Thanks, Andrew. We'll see. So it calls for a heat gun or a torch. So after you get it on there, there's X amount of bubbles that come up through the pores. You know, the seal coat is just that. It's pretty well sealed now, but you do get X amount of bubbles coming up from the pores of the wood and stuff. So you take the torch to it and pop the bubbles, and that'll come after we get it put on. That should only happen so much, and you pretty much go over it a couple times. Go over it a couple times to get rid of the bubbles, and that's pretty much it. It's not like they just continually come out. They should go away after a couple passes with the torch. I don't know if you guys can get these, but it's Utah taffy. Truffle. Utah truffle. Yeah, those tables go for a killer price. Yes, they do, because there's a lot involved from beginning to end. Not cheap. Basically, spare no expense. Every piece of this, every step, it's money, 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 money. And you do not want to mess up any of the steps. The further you go in, the more you get involved. If you have to go back and start it all over, I'm speaking from experience here. Don Lewis, Philadelphia, checking in. What's up, buddy? That's not Jay's still. That's Janelle's still. That's 661. You guys got it wrong. He got that for her. That's her in the tree saw. Hudson, you get your stool all greased up, oiled up, WD-40'd up. Hudson, you get that one done. Come take care of this one, would you? This one's not near as noisy as yours. Maybe you already took care of it and I don't know it. Yeah, lumberjack smokestack. That's truth right there, buddy. Yeah, I've got 2 gallons of each, and I'm pretty sure they're just over $100 each. So we'll see what I end up using of it. I've got other projects too. This back room I'm in is an addition on my house, and I plan on doing a bar top back here. If you go back about 10 of my videos or 12 of my videos, we dropped a pine tree in somebody's backyard. The ground gal and I, we put the Idaho and sawmill, because it's made in Idaho, into a pine tree, and we slabbed it up. And I'm going to put a bar top back here. So eventually, there's more that's going to be done to this. This has actually been sitting outside for probably close to 4 years. You too, Don. Take care, buddy. Good seeing you. Philadelphia checking out, Mr. Lewis. Yeah, I've seen that. I was telling my wife that this has got there's a check at this end and another one down. You just barely see it right there. They're not real wide. I really wanted to do the bow tie deal where you dig out on each side of the check, and then you dig down in it, and then you cut a bow tie out of a different kind of wood, color contrast. You put the bow tie in, it strengthens that check, and it also gives it some character. But there's a bunch of things. The colors, I'm sure you got to order it through the company that you get the epoxy through, and I didn't do that, so we'll see. Rock of Ages. Brother, man, that last video you did, I'm not going to get into the details, but everybody here ought to go check it out. I don't remember the name of it, but if you look, the thumbnail's got a yellow shirt with a Nike picture he's wearing, or a Nike logo on his shirt. Okay, what do you say we pour some epoxy? You guys ready? Okay, is that a good angle? You guys see everything right there? Mix it up. All right, dude. So we're doing 8 ounces of each. Little paddle blender. That's right, Jay. That's the one. Okay, so we got a paddle blender here. No less than 30 seconds, no more than 3 minutes. You got to hit the right RPM, brother. You mean the odor, Andrew? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it ain't bad. It's pretty open back here. It's opened up into the garage and stuff. It actually don't have that bad of an odor. Okay. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare to be amazed. Yeah, she would be Chinese buys. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Why all Chinese eye, huh? That's right. Move over, Santa. That's right. Cardboard. I tell you what, I catch a lot of hell for keeping a lot of it around. Castor wood. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is the stuff you burn. Yeah, John. This is one part is 50-50 mix between hardener and a resin. You guys, I think I'm going to mix up just a little bit more. It's got a couple holidays in it. For you non-painter guys, that means some misses. Missed a couple spots. So let's we're gonna mix a 8-ounce batch up real quick. A 350. You must have one hell of a linoleum in there, John. Okay. All right. You're not at work watching YouTube. Well, thank goodness you're not at work. Hey, Mike. Winston, you have dogs? I had no idea. All right. Some of these cracks in here, it seems to soak it up. They're not quite completely sealed. So you got to kind of put a little more in it to fill it. This stuff is very temperature temperamental, so we keep it where it's warm. All right, well. Yeah, I think I bowled those lanes. Bedrock lanes, it was rough. That is maple. No, it's not maple. It's a honey locust. Yeah, liquid glass. It's a 2-part epoxy, Mike. It's a 50-50 blend of resin and hardener. They come with 6 pages, 3 pages front and back of instructions. It was tough to read it all. I had to go back and reference it a couple times, if you know what I mean. Oh man, I actually have a piece of maple out front that we bought up in Oregon. I painted our last name on it, and all of our names are on it, but our last name's big, and then I put all of our first names down to one side, kind of small, and it's been out there for like 10 or 12 years, and it's just got a polyurethane on it. You know how it kind of turns yellow and starts peeling off over time. It needs to be redone, and that hopefully is the next. This is just the first of a handful I need done. I went on a couple YouTube videos and checked it out, and basically, after reading the instructions, this epoxy, instead of getting one for the cracks, a sealer for to seal the wood before you put this epoxy on it, and then this epoxy, I read in the instructions, you can use this epoxy to fill the cracks before you put your seal coat on it. You can use it for your seal coat as well as the finish coat. So if you just read the instructions and buy this stuff, if any of you guys want some of it and have got my number, want to get a hold of me, I can pass some info on to you. I've used it at the coffee table in our living room, and it's been in there at least 3 years, I would say, maybe 4, possibly 5. It's held up very well. And I mean, it's a coffee table. Kids climb all over it, grandkids, stuff gets dumped on it. It's been no complaints. This stuff is expensive. Weaver. I think it's $100 a gallon. It's just over $200 for a gallon of resin and a gallon of the hardener. So I have a box of it here. It was just over $400 for 4 gallons. Ronald Towns, when did you sneak in? Jackass of all trades. Aren't we all, dude? Ain't that how it's got to be? Yeah. Rock this. Actually, this stuff is, I took some of it and messed with it in the garage in between two pieces. And I'm not sure of the strength of this epoxy. It really doesn't get into that. But I put two pieces together in grain, butted together and epoxied them. And I tell you what, I think it was stronger than the rest of the wood because I hit it a couple times. I put it in the vise and kind of smacked it. I tried to get it to break where I'd epoxied it together, and it did not come apart. Two and a half gallon buckets. I'm not sure. I got there was 4 1-gallon containers. Back in there. I can't remember. Ultra Clear, something's the name of this stuff. Concrete countertops. How'd them turn out, buddy? You need to send me some pictures. My kitchen in this room I'm in, this room was an addition, but this room and the kitchen are the last of touching every room of this house since we bought it. And I don't know what kind of countertops I'm going to do yet, but I really like those concrete countertops. They're sweet. What did you do? A wash finish where you could see the aggregate and then clear coat it? This is Ultra Clear Epoxy, bar top, tabletop, and countertop commercial grade epoxy. Yeah, that's no joke. You don't want to have to pull it off to do it again either later down the road. This epoxy, you can only pour this 3/16, 1/8 inch to 3/16 at a time, but you can do multiple coats to just, to whatever thickness you want it. This stuff isn't the stuff that you see where they cut the slab down the middle long ways and they take the outside and turn it in. They do the river down the middle and they pour it thick, all in one thick pour. This isn't that stuff. It says right from the get-go that this, you got to get, if you want that, you got to get a different kind of epoxy. I've seen where they do that and they put the casings down the center. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I really like the count of those, the look of those countertops, but I really would have to talk to Weaver about that to see. I don't know, I'd have to be sold on that. I think I really don't know what I'd do there. I really like wood, but on the other hand, Gosh, those concrete tops are nice. Night, Winston. Have a good evening, buddy. Later, Andrew. It's freaking sweet. I don't know if you guys can see how well. The end's still got to be taken care of, but freaking top looks nice. I think this thing's 49 inches long, and at the widest spot, 26 down there. Yeah, it can be polished. In fact, on that note, I did see a guy that actually, with a car buffer, he actually buffed the wood before he put the epoxy on it. So, I mean, everything to get that finish so much closer to smooth and shiny before you put the epoxy on it. Anything you can do to get that finish smooth, I mean, as smooth as you can get it. Yeah, you're right. Kind of like heirloom furniture, is what I was telling Missy, is this stuff, as long as the house don't freaking burn down, should be around for a long time. And like I said, I have like 6.5 feet of it in my living room as a coffee table. So it's kind of cool that we have. I answered your question about my nasty. Man, I bet that looks good. You're gonna have to send me some pictures of that, Weaver. I'd love to see that, dude. About this camera on this. I just don't. I'm looking at my phone over here, video, and I tell you, the camera, I don't know if it's how it looks to you guys, but I just don't look. The camera on that ain't near as good as what's on my phone. Night, Ronald. Have a good one, buddy. Nice seeing you. Thanks for tuning in, man. It's kind of spur of the moment. Did I sign it? It'll get signed on the back. Probably put a note to my daughter. Last year I drew her name. We found an old Hobart mixer. I don't know if you guys watch. Most of you do. Hotbox Pizza's got one in his food truck, his pizza truck. Good old mixers. Anyway, I completely redone one, sanded it completely down, painted it and stuff. And the lights in the back, huh? Yeah, probably. Helped a little bit, didn't it? Oh, the never-ending job of plowing snow. Have a good evening, Smokestack. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Be careful out there. Good night. It'll look better when it's out of my house. Go Pack Go. That's right. That is right. Man, I got some awesome pictures from old life in the 906 there. I don't know how many people here are football fans. I know Jay is a big football fan. Anyway, Mike, life in the 906, he was at the game the other night. Man, those were awesome pictures. I'm so jealous. It's cool. It's cool to see the old Lambeau Field, not on TV. That would be a lot of shelves to build. I'd either have to cut down a forest of honey locusts. I'd either have to cut down a bunch of honey locusts or get less sauce. Yeah, Jay. Well, you smoke cigarettes, so. Yeah. Oh no, Dan's here. Let's go. Hurry. Dan, you missed it, buddy. More wood, more saws. That's right, Billy. Dan, I put the finished coat, the last coat on my coffee table here. This is a gift for my daughter for Christmas, and we did an epoxy pour on it. I'd do it again, but I can't. Take this over here where I can sit down. That light right there is horrible. Oh. Yeah, I actually put some stickers in that. They're hard to see. She's sunflower's her favorite flower. It's a foil sticker, so if you hit the right light, it kind of turns colors, almost holographic. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Weaver's countertop. That's nice, sir. You guys did that yourselves? Man. Yeah, I kind of want to do that pretty bad. Yeah, I've seen people put. I've read. I've seen floors done. They've covered the floors in pennies, and then they poured the epoxy over it. Yeah, but bottle caps, pennies, stickers. I've seen a handful of things they do. I believe it's concrete is what it looks like to me, just without that finish on it. Yeah, it looks like concrete. Yeah, Mike. Jay. That's what Ferris was talking about. Colored glass. The backsplash. How your folks doing, Weaver? I hate to change the subject. Dan, you get Eric's saw shipped off? Check this out, you guys. Look at the size of this saw. Tin. This thing's freaking huge. Oh yeah, the Let's saw. That is bad ass, that saw. My, the backsplash is bad. Good deal. Yeah, mac and cheese. Don't you know they come from Kraft? Silly. Good night, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. We'll chat with you later. Have a good evening. Billy, it's not seized, but somebody's had this. Well, I shouldn't say that. This starter mechanism comes off with the bar nuts and the side plate, and there's something that's not right with this. I need to get into this. And with Christmas right around the corner, working 10 hours 5 days a week, it's the old boo-hoo. I don't have that a lot of time deal, so I really haven't messed with these at all, outside of a couple videos I made of playing around with that 2-man, putting the auger on it. I really haven't done a lot with this. I haven't done anything with it. Sitting in the garage. I did hang up one of them, one of the 2-man saws, because there's not a lot of room in there. I did hang up one of the 2-man saws outside under my shed, over my, it's like my wood shed. Yeah, me too. I don't know how to do emojis on my desktop either. Right hand pull, yeah. No, none of these came with bars. In fact, I got these from Central Idaho, and I got these from Central Idaho. And the guy, when I picked them up from him, he said that his dad brought them up from Arizona. In fact, one of them has got a tag glued to it that's metal. It says Department of the Interior, something about Arizona Indian tribe. I must have, I guess the government gave it to him or something. Oh, crazy eyes. Alien saws. Yeah, because the government. There's not going to be many left. You guys keep pouring all that concrete out there, Hudson. How much I pay for the lot? Chris Manson. Yeah, that's not the second time I've heard that. How much did I pay for the lot? Well, none of the saws had bars on them. I mean, anything that's from the 40s or 50s, it's going to need some help. So that one, I don't think any of them are basket cases, though. That one, the pull starter, I don't know if it's not engaged where it goes on and off with the side cover for the bar. It's hard telling whoever had that. I don't know how many of you guys buy old chainsaws, but it always seems like you get about one or two out of every five. The person that had it did it no justice. They took it the opposite way of being able to use it. They did shit to it that shouldn't have been done. And then you come along and you go through and fix all the things that they did to it and righted all the wrongs, and it runs just fine. So until I mess with each one of them, I really don't know what's what on them. Hello, Peppy. Good night, Weaver. Tell old Wango and his sweetheart we all said hi. Have a good one, buddy. You have a good weekend as well. I'm sure I'll see you around. So anyway, Kane. So I bought two-man saws. That 171, and the other one is, gosh, what model was that thing? Yeah, I seen that, Jay. Let me grab the other one. just go in there. It's going to be dark for a moment till I hit the lights. Can y'all see right there? This thing, check out the bottom of that. Freaking model is that? I can't recall. $35. Yeah, there's two of them up there. There's a little weight to it. So this saw, the power head I've had, I just got the transmission gearbox. I've had this, we've had for a couple years. Is this the one with the tag? No. Yeah, so the gearbox we've had and the bar and chain we've had. I haven't had a chance to try it out until we got this last weekend. So I've got 4 2-man saws now. What's funny is when I picked these other two up, they're 2 different models than I already had. So all 4 of my 2-man saws, different models, same make, different models. Yeah, they do. Yeah, those will probably never be worked on by me. They basically, at this point, I've got so many McCulloughs. Any of them I find that's within a reasonable distance, I get them. I've got so many, I might as well just get every one of them I can. Hudson, what are you talking about? I think everybody here can file a round chain. Should be able to. That table's going to be pretty freaking sweet. The 2-man you have, which one is that? I've got the last one they made, that 549 I got in there that you sent me that bar oil canister to. That one runs very well. Like you prime it 4 or 5 times, starts right up. Runs very well, but it didn't run like that when I got it. I got about 15 hours into cleaning that thing. Just, they used motor oil and transmission, whatever they could get their hands on for bar oil and shit. So that thing was filthy. It was a greasy mess when I got it. I have the last 2-man they made, and I got their first 1-man they made. Spotto. Dude. Good to see you, man. I've seen your name on YouTube for a long time. No beak. You sure you got the right size file on that? What are you filing on, John? How's it going, Josh? 1225. Has that got the oil reservoir in the body? A chain? Holy shit, I never would have guessed that. So you have a file on a chain. Anyway, is that 1225? Has it got the reservoir for the bar oil in the body? So it's like a cap, a blank spot in a cap? Yeah, I haven't seen you on YouTube in a long time, dude. It's good to see you. John took his comedian pills. He's going to be funny. First model according to... Yeah, the first model. Yeah, I got the last model, literally the last model. And I got the first model of the one-man saw. It's the Model 73 was their first one-man model, which is that one. You guys don't want to see all that. Joe Farrell. I'm not familiar with that name, buddy. Who's Joe Farrell? I get my information from a guy called Google. Wow. Yeah, the 1225. I don't think I have the 1225. Ah, Deborah Metcalf. Hey there. How's it going? Where's Chris at? So the one we got was a Model 99, that two-man. That's the one. That's the one I got hanging out in the woodshed out there. That one was made from 54 to 63. It's 161 cc's. The other one I got was a Model 193. That's this one right here with that gearbox on it. That was made from 62 to 63, 103 cc's. I think Dan, I think this one I got in here on the ceiling is a 1225. Is that what you were saying? Yeah, 1225. Yeah, I think that's what that one up there is. I got more saws than time, and I've talked to a lot of guys where right now I can buy them, I can afford to buy them, and I don't have the time to work on them. So down the road, when I get a little older and I have less time at work and more time at home, I'll be able to dink around with them and work on them. But right now we're just collecting. Kart engines. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, they work good as go-kart engines. Maybe we'll have to try to do that to one of these. The grandkids would freaking love that. $4.04, too many beers. Well, lay off the beers. I figured out the bigger the chain, the easier it is to file. Maybe it's because of my eyesight. The bigger the chain, the bigger the file. It's easier to see. I do have a cart engine, a Homelight cart engine. I was told it's a 10,000 RPM engine. Yeah, that'd be cool seeing a big old McCullough motor on a little mini bike. Did you see the table over here, Deb? We poured a epoxy on it. She's pretty much finished. Just got to sit there and let it dry up. All right, Dan, have a good evening, buddy. What cart engine? It's a Homelight. If you go back through my videos, there's a video. This don't have a pull start mechanism. The guy said he would just have his buddies push start him. So I want to put a pull start mechanism on it, and I got a centrifugal clutch here. That way you can stop. Otherwise, when you go to stop, the thing would die. I also have got an OEM old new Homelight piston. Yeah, that's supposedly a 10,000 RPM motor. The old Homelight. That old boy, I bought a couple of these dinosaur saws from him. They were actually Homelights. This guy was a Homelight nut. Bought these, the Zip and the old, whatever that one is, I'm not sure, dinosaur saws. Bought them two from him. And he told me if I got that one running, the old 150, I think is what it is. He told me if I got that running, he'd give me the Homelight cart motor. Well, I got it running. I need to get back with him and get him that Homelight saw. He probably told me to keep it, knowing him, super nice guy. I've heard all about it. Yeah, I bet you have. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, you guys. I'll do when this is all said and done. I've taken video and pictures throughout the whole process of this. I'm gonna put a video together after Christmas, and I'll take you through all the steps I went through to get to this point. But it's a present, so I'm trying to hold off on putting a video together. So with that said, thank y'all for tuning in. I know it was kind of spur of the moment. Love you, Debbie. Have a great evening, Josh. Thanks, Jay. Nice for seeing everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Night, Billy. Later. Rock, is nice seeing you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Hudson, we need to get together one weekend, dude. We live too close not to. Spotto, take care, my friend. I'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Tree fella out.